You are watching T Radio V, radio in TV.
Welcome to the Post Show, broadcasting live from T Radio V in Hollywood, California. This is where we elevate the creative cult. This is where creatives can be seen, so thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I'm Poe. I can hear you guys in the tech room. I had to throw that in. Okay. Thursday, March 24th, 7 to 9 p.m., the Skip Heller 78 RPM release party at Wacko, purveyor of post-pop culture. 4633 Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles. Join Skip Heller's Holloway. That's a strange word. Hollywood Blues Destroyers at La Luz de Jesus Gallery in celebration of Skip's new release, a limited edition 3-track, 10-inch, 78 RPM record. Heller and Group will be performing a full set featuring a Hot 5 performance of the songs on the 78. The event is free. All ages welcome. Tickets available at laluzdejesus.com. Dionysus Records' inaugural 78 RPM release does the label proud. Roots Exotica rockabilly master Skip Heller returns to the imprint with Heller's Hot 5, including Dionysus Records head honcho Lee Joseph on acoustic bass. You guys saw him not too many shows back. He's brilliant. Delivering 3 smoking, blues-drenched tunes recorded and cut live to monotape by former Big Sandy and the Fly Right trio bassman Wally Hersom on all-tube-powered analog gear. Release comes with a download card for people who don't know what all that stuff means. Okay, April 2nd and 3rd, backed by popular demand, the Vortex of Destiny returns to the Brewery Art Walk. This mind-bending installation, the collaborative brainchild of fabricator Dave Taylor and 3D blacklight artist Debbie Cable, is preparing to return to Burning Man for its second showing at the Destiny Lounge. The Vortex is a 12 by 24-foot enclosed tunnel featuring 16 by 28-foot interior mural of the creation of the universe in a 9-foot diameter spinning tube, which makes me want to vomit, but that's just me. Heavy-duty Milo mirrors cap both ends, creating a unique, mesmerizing, infinite tunnel of fun and exhilaration. 3D glasses bring the artwork to life as it spins around you. Again, don't drink too much before you experience this, or maybe that would add to the reality of it all. A Twirl-O-Vision video screen at the end of the Vortex shows a live feed from inside for all to see. That's why you don't want to vomit in there. The Brewery Art Walk is a free event. The Vortex is a special event with a $5 suggested donation. That is for an all-weekend Vortex and 3D Lounge access. Tickets available at debbiecable.com. That's DEBICABLE.com. Okay. So with this episode, we're not only discussing, but experimenting and experiencing poetry and a fusion of poetry and music. In the studio with me today, I have a poet profoundly skilled with language, with a voice that's not only entrancing but unforgettable, an LA phenomenon that was in the past too shy to commit, the warm, friendly, and delightfully quirky, enormously accessible and relatable poet, muse, enigma, ELLYN MAYBE.
Wow. Hi, thank you. This is an honor to be here.
An individual that entered this world singing. Yes, I found this.
Oh, nice.
multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, half asymmetrical clown. You can't put anything on the internet without me finding it.
Good work.
Half rainbow robot alien with a sprinkling of unicorn.
All of that.
This is the true stuff. The musical half of the Ellyn and Robbie poetry and music fusion duo, Robbie.
Robbie, just Robbie.
Do you ever go by Bobby?
I had my old roommates used to call me Bob.
Okay,
They were the only ones
see?
I allowed.
I
But
knew it. I knew them.
It was because it was humorous, not because I wanted it.
Humor-esque.
Yeah.
Okay, Robbie Fitzsimmons.
Hey, thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
Okay, and you guys know this guy.
Oh, no.
Everybody knows this guy. He's got a following. Okay, author of many published collections of poetry, including Coyote Blues, released in 2013, but that's old news because soon to be released, Rogue Wave. The Shakespeare of Shakespeare's Fool, another poetry and music duo with singer-songwriter Jason Vetti. Fellow Bohemian and partner in many crimes, including last night at the Marine Room and BC Space. Sorry, everyone, for all of those awful things that we did and said. Infamous Playboy poet and Shakespearean god, John Gardiner.
Polina, thank you very much. Delighted to be here. I cannot believe your introductions. But
You can't
thank
believe them. You can believe them.
Thank you for including me as a bohemian who brings you down to my wild and wicked beatnik past. Let's get the show on the road,
That's
baby.
your past?
That's my and present and
Yeah,
probably
okay.
future.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the past thing. I think it's definitely come into the future. Okay. What are we going to talk about now, guys? It's all up to you now. I did my thing.
That's all.
I thought the introductions were great. Let's get out of here.
Okay,
It was
let's get outta
brilliant.
here.
I mean,
Hey, give it up
it's,
for Polina and her introduction.
You know what? How is that? I'm not happy with that champagne in the middle of the table.
Oh, I think it's classy.
You know, sometimes it's like right, like here, like it's in somebody's mouth, and that's not
I
cool.
like it. It's very
Okay.
tempting.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Ellyn Maybe. I love your moniker. I love that word. Is that how you say it?
yeah.
Actually, you know, it happened in Laguna Beach.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, because, well, I always was so shy about reading, and I put, maybe I'll read it. When I was at the library series a long time ago, they said, Ellyn, maybe I'll read, maybe, I'm like, I just started to click. It just was perfect. And with the Y in my first name and the Y in the maybe, it's neat.
So Ellyn would sign in for open reading. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so for open readings, and she would put Ellyn Maybe because she wasn't so sure. She was shy.
Maybe.
You're still a little shy.
Yeah, still.
She's come out of her shell a lot since
Yeah.
I've known her.
Yeah.
It's been really awesome. So, this little history on us. I'm gonna.
Okay, I
unless you
wonder.
wanna keep do
Can you
something.
can you bring this closer to you? Can you maybe hold the mic? I just
can-
want to make
I
sure
can
that
hold the
I.
mic.
I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that I hear
Should
you.
I hold the mic? Okay, I can hold the mic, but I'm gonna have
That's
to move
better.
it back.
That's
There we
much
go.
Okay,
better.
no,
Hi.
you can move it back.
I can move it back.
No. I mean when you're done.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just hold it like this for now. So so Ellyn and I, we actually well, first off, were you finished learning about Ellyn's history? Or would you like to ask her more?
Oh no, go ahead because we can talk about
We're kind of a
Ellyn-
unit at this point.
exactly.
We're
You're a
just
unit.
like yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, we have a project called Ellyn and Robbie. We met actually the first night I moved to LA.
Yay!
Uh-huh.
Really?
The very first night I went to a party. I was staying with
Okay, wait a minute. Where were you before that?
I went to school in Boston.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I went to school at Berkeley and Berkeley College of
Oh,
Music
that
in Boston.
no, I did know that because I remember the Berkeley, but with
Yeah.
threes.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so I
The wannabe Berkeley. No, I'm just kidding.
well, it's actually it's cool. It's been
Just
getting it's developed more of a name for itself even since I've left. So so I moved out to LA. I moved in with this man named Tommy Jordan who let me stay in his house, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to this party tonight in Venice." I was staying in Pomona.
Oh, cool.
So we went out to this party at Venice, and she was there. And Tommy and her had just finished making an album together, her first album called Rodeo for the Sheepish.
Yes, that's a big hit.
Yes, it's really good. You guys
Woo.
should definitely check that out.
Definitely check that out.
Yes.
Harlan, yeah, hen house.
Yeah, Harlan Stein.
Was that at Beyond Baroque?
So then we did monthly shows at Beyond
Yeah,
Baroque
Okay.
Yeah.
that we called the Rodeo. the poetry rodeo, where we would perform, and then people had the option to come up and perform with a full band behind them.
Yeah.
And so that kind of turned into the Ellyn Maybe Band, and we had all these interesting opportunities. We performed at Glastonbury in England because Jackson Browne took a liking to her stuff and put in a good word for us. And then, the band has kind of fizzled away in a naturally organic way, and Ellyn and I have continued.
You know what? I didn't see the full band. I don't see why anybody would need more than these two. I like the duo, actually, which is oddly, because you actually say you're trying to get back to that with your solo stuff, is voice and tune instead of stuff.
So it's ironic that you say that, too, because I just met up with a bass player. I'm actually putting together my solo album, and I'm actually getting a band together to do it. But the idea being, I now have newfound importance for how good a song with just like music and a voice needs to be without all this other stuff.
Exactly.
So then now the other stuff can be added as like a spice to make it
in the right places, not overlapping everything. No, I'm with you on that. I like the simplicity of sound, and when you hide, you try to hide. Oh, that didn't sound good, so let's put this over it.
Right.
You're just
the
expression which I hate is polishing the turd, and I don't like it.
Polishing a turd.
Yeah, but that's kind of what it is, right? I mean, you
can be. Ideally, it will be, what to really think like what is necessary to make it hit harder, to make it. Just to make it as fulfilling of a thing as the artist, want it to be. So.
You know what my favorite type of music, like what in the vein of what we're talking about, is actually good a cappella. Does it for me.
Yeah.
Add a little bit acoustic, like guitar. I'm good with that.
Totally.
Little bit of piano here and there, or Abe Byrne plays flute, little flute. Do you know Abe? Do you know Abe?
I don't know if I know Abe. Do I know Abe, Ellyn?
AEB is what she goes by.
Sometimes I turn to Ellyn to check with what I know, because she has this
Is she your brains?
Oh my God. She's like my hard drive. She's just like, she remembers everything. It's amazing. Every name of everyone we've ever met, what they look like, where we met. Like, it's really helpful.
And Ellyn, I've in my research of you're pretty well read. You do remember everything. You've read like every book ever published, from what I hear.
Oh my God.
You're probably a walking encyclopedia. You have a deep well to draw from, is what I've experienced from what you write and what you read.
I second that.
Okay, come on,
Mr.
Mr. Gardiner.
What, I'm on the spot now? What do you want from me?
I want everything from you.
You know, I've got a question for Ellyn first.
Okay,
when you were Ellyn Maybe on the reading list at the library, was that with Marta Mitrovic?
Yeah, she
yes,
just said it.
Now,
yeah.
I probably met you there because I used to read there with Marta.
Yes,
also, before the Coeys took it over. I've also got a quick story about Ellyn I just learned from her mother, Judy.
Oh, no.
She occasionally gets mail to Judy Maybe. Which I just think that's hysterical. So the
really?
Maybe has taken over the entire family name.
Wow, how interesting is that? Look at that. Look
that
at
is
that
very
happen.
cool.
Look at that go. Okay, you know what? This is really weird, but I think we're going to take a break because then we'll be on schedule. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Previously on Vantage Point.
What happens when this art gets discovered, gets commercialized, is that, it's something I'm fighting against every single day because I don't believe in it. And people say, but you run a gallery and you sell work. My intention for that was very different. Also, my intention for building this is very different. If you want to know, you have to sit down with me for 1 or 2 or more beers and we'll have a conversation. But I can say honestly that it's really important to show all these breaking points. What happened to graffiti artists when they became gallery artists? Whose career survived it? Whose was damaged by it?
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointberlin.com.
Previously on Vantage Point.
I think with the music, it's sort of split down the middle, I guess. In my studio, there's music stuff one side, then there's painting stuff the other side. So it's kind of, if you get stuck with one of them, I can kind of jump to the other one. But I do a lot of I guess we all do kind of positive procrastination. So if I have a deadline for the music, it's guaranteed I'll be painting. And then vice versa. So there's no real rhyme or reason to it, I guess. But it seems to work. They both offer different things, I think, and they're definitely connected.
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointberlin.com.
Previously on Vantage Point.
When I started, we are just 10 of us in the mid-90s. So you imagine a huge city like that, completely empty of graffiti, because in that city it was very common, the political graffiti and also the football and soccer graffiti.
Football, yeah.
That kind of graffiti is what the people at that time was thinking about graffiti. Me and other friends, we are like the first to start to paint like the typical New York lettering. So at that time, for us, was like a kid in a candy store.
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointberlin.com.
You are watching T Radio V, radio in TV.
Hey, welcome back. Okay, I know I've said this before, but that was actually my Berlin guy. So make sure you do go to Vantage Point Radio. I'll have James Ballou probably back on the show at some point, but those are some amazing artists that he supports and talks about in a whole different part of the world. So that's kind of cool. And I know I'm promising it like a lot, but Danny Wood at some point from Hidden Streets of London will be back on the show. I'll keep you updated on that. Okay, I really want everybody out there to experience this music and poetry duo. Actually, poetry and music duo. What would go first?
Oh, that's a funny one. Oh,
Take it.
Okay. Do you know every which way? Actually, there's stuff that a lot of stuff we write simultaneously. Like he's playing, and I'm writing something to go exactly along. Sometimes he gives me music that's happened, and I put the words to it. Sometimes I give him words, and he can put some music. Sometimes we did something that was like improvisation in the moment, but I heard that was the song. I just sensed it. Remember?
Yes.
And it's so many times, no one particular way. It's so neat.
It's the way creativity works. It sneaks up on you in all different ways if you're open to it.
And we're
let's do it.
Yeah, we're really willing to tap into however it comes out. Sometimes poetry first, sometimes music first, sometimes simultaneously, whatever. So. So a matter of when? Yeah. Shall we do? Okay. You have it?
Do it.
Yeah.
So this is one that's kind of representative of the poetry music mashup in a good way.
It was a California palm tree in Joni Mitchell's backyard. It was a sunny day in LA, and the records were being spun on the axis of the stars. It was a freeway free of traffic. It was a hat being blown frisbee-like into the teeth of a billboard. The world was changing. Smartphones were a future gleaming. The world was orange peel and history biting its tongue. The world was new, very young. The world was on a first-name basis with Earth. People were not even a thought yet. There was only space and luxurious rain. There was only glow and the ambition of thunder. There was only the memory of whatever was. There was only a glimpse of a kaleidoscope wish. There was only tomorrow, leaving its footprints on today. There was a lighthouse overlooking the sea like a cloud full of fire. Things were encroaching. It was only a matter of time. Things are closed. It was only a matter of when. Things were turning, spinning. Things were coming down to the house of the open eye. Things were coming into focus. Things were coming into view. Things were still hopeful. There was an ice cream truck and a piano. There was an apple and a room full of books. There was a sky full of chords. There was a dance still finding its feet. There was a beach. There was a billboard. Things were fast. Technology and the sweet note lived in the mouth of the rain. Theater and the stage lived in the crook of one's elbow. Everything was right where we left it. Everything there for the moment. Everything there made of time and flower. Eating up our life with memory and the time before backyards. Kept the trees company as they rooted the music within. It's only a matter of when.
Yay.
Oh my gosh. Cool, right? Oh my God, this is cool.
So you can. There's a video of us actually recording that live online.
How did I not find that?
I don't know. Ellen and Robbie and YouTube. We have a bunch of videos up actually.
I looked through most of them. Maybe I thought, you know what? I probably just didn't look at them because I knew I was going to have the real deal.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't even look at them. Okay, but that was so amazing. Oh my gosh. I love what you guys do. I just love, you're just so both amazingly talented and connected. You've got it going on.
We fill in each other's gaps in interesting ways.
You do.
Not that
you can tell.
Yeah, it's like that's why it's such a symbiotic relationship because like, you know, I find myself struggling with lyrics sometimes. And it seems to be so effortless for her.
Yes.
And she has no piano or musical training, but she loves it, and you know, and it's just like, boom, like what a fit.
So beautiful. Okay. Okay, like I mentioned when I was introducing John Gardiner, he also does something that's pretty interesting with Jason Fuddy called Shakespeare's Fool. I have a little 1-minute clip that I wanted to show you guys so that you know what I'm talking about. Shakespeare's Fool, how it began. So let's go to that.
It all started at one of these fancy parties on the hill. There's a hill here in Laguna Beach with houses overlooking the ocean. It's a beautiful little town, you know. John was doing it. John was doing speeches from the plays of Shakespeare, and I was just there to play my own songs and kind of whoop up the night. It was like a house concert. But he'd been booked to be the MC, and I was just blown away because he was doing these speeches from Shakespeare, and people were listening to this. Real Housewives of Orange County, that's what we were doing, that's who he was doing it for, and they were listening, and it was amazing. So I felt a bit upstaged, frankly, and I went home that night and I thought, how can I get in on this act? And I wrote a tune for one of the songs, and I went back and met John. We played tennis the next day, didn't we?
Yeah. Next day.
And then I said to him, I've got this idea, and it came from there, and it's just grown into this thing. And last week we sold out, and this week we sold out too. So we're hoping to sell out.
Okay, so you're going to be doing a Shakespeare's Fool performance with Jason when?
Well, we'll probably do another one at Heisler Park.
Yeah,
in
Heisler
June.
Park probably in
But
June.
then the exciting thing is we're going to do one at the New Swan Theater.
Oh, that's right.
At UC Irvine. The New Swan Theater is built for the Shakespeare Festival at UC Irvine. The dimensions are exactly the same as the original Swan Theater in Shakespeare's time. But to add one thing about that, Polina, for Robbie and for Ellen, ours is a symbiotic relationship also.
Yes,
We've been doing this for
definitely.
6 years, except that we work differently because I do the monologues on my own. Jason rehearses on, with his band on his own. The songs he sings, they're Shakespeare's lyrics from the plays.
He just
But
wrote
he
the
just
music.
wrote original music. We don't have the original music from Shakespeare's time. So he wrote this brilliant original music. He's British, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And so it's, it's a combination of sort of British blues and rock and roll, a little bit of folk thrown in, et cetera, and they're gorgeous. And then he would say, for instance, we end the show with, he does Blessings on You, which is the end of the show, and it's from the Shakespeare's play The Tempest. And so the previous monologue I use is Shakespeare's goodbye to the theater through the character of Prospero, who was also in The Tempest. Last play, last monologue, last song. So that's how we end it. And so it's just become, and then we've switched. His wife is now doing the show with us. So we have a bass player and a drummer, usually Alan Deramo and Evan Stone or Ray Weston.
Or Ray Weston, they're both amazing.
And it's so much for 6 years now.
Wow.
This spring that we've been doing this show.
It's fantastic. If anybody gets a chance to see that performance.
Have you seen it, Poe?
Oh, I've seen it many times.
We should do something together.
It'd be fun to do.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
At Heisler Park too.
Absolutely.
Heisler Park would be
really
great.
fun.
Sooner.
Yeah.
June seems too far away.
June does seem too far away, doesn't
no,
it?
I mean, we're doing a thing at Pondwater in Covina.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
saw
right.
that.
Covina,
That,
yeah.
You're going to have so much fun. I've been there. Joanne's.
Yeah, we've done it before too.
Oh,
but
she's so much fun.
I wonder if there's any way we could get you on the bill or something.
I'd run Laguna Poets Workshop on the same day at the same time.
Gotcha. Busy.
Yeah, so a busy day.
We'll figure something out though.
We'll figure
talk
something
about
out.
it.
We'll
Okay, Mr. Gardiner.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to hear one of your poems from your new book.
Okay. Yeah, I do have one. You know what? Be glad to. In fact, I thought about it. I switched one. This is kind of for you. Polina.
Oh gosh, should it have dirty words in it?
No. This is
and I'm going to be embarrassed?
This is for the gentle side of you.
Do I have one? You mean
this
the
is
back side? You mean the soft side?
This isn't for Poe. This is for Polina.
Oh, it's for Polina Hryn.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the word orenda. I just kind of, how you'll pick a word out.
You mean horrendous?
Orenda. O-R-E-N-D-A. And I just came across the word, and I love the definition. Orenda, noun. So I use this as the epigraph, the definition of it. It's a supernatural force believed by the Iroquois Indians to be present in varying degrees in all objects or persons, and to be the spiritual force by which human accomplishment is attained or accounted for. That's orenda. So I just wanted to take off on a short poem and see what I could come up with. In spite of all the anger, pain, greed, destruction circling our planet like a spider's web, I managed to see such beauty and majesty in person, place, and thing that even when I harbor no faith in a great spirit, I see angels everywhere, painting one dark abyss after another with sunlight, angels holding lanterns at the ends of tunnels, angels locking hands to restrain floodgates of tears and loss. Last night, the dogs woke me with mournful howls containing no agitation. Howls returned to the hills from whence they came, howls from cousin Coyote, joyful in his celebration of minerals, rocks, crystals, spirits beneath his paws, understood by dogs in spite of their surroundings of blankets, rugs, and polished wood. I have an inkling that these howls contain elements of orenda, and I further suspect that this strange language is understood by beings far outside our small pocket in the universe. How odd and beautiful it is to contemplate that the howl of Grandfather Wolf, the whale's song, the high-pitched squeal of dolphin, nightingale's symphony, the splash of a rock in a lake, multiply the human vocabulary by thousands of words, and yet they lack translation. They are the missing link in our evolution, not skeletons yet to be unearthed. For me, these are the answers to questions I seek. This is all the divinity I need.
Brilliant.
Orenda. I like the word. It's funny. Just, again, you take off. Could have done this with Ellen, and we could have written using that as a prompt, and we could have connected with our own kind of music, but through words in two different kind of pieces.
Everybody in this room is so incredibly talented and amazing. I can't even handle it. Okay, before I start to cry, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Wow. Shows
taking it to, to the past.
Those kind of retro styles, I always wanted to be like that.
Yeah.
But of course it was like the 70s and, everything was disco. If you're recreating any era or trying to, do any kind of simulation of the car within the same, 54 to 58, the wardrobe to be, whenever possible, to be traditional.
My band, Heathen Apostles, does, because we recreate that sort of old bluegrass roots country sort of thing, but we're still very modern in our styling. Last music video that we put out called Fool's Gold, and obviously kind of late 20s, early 30s gangster themes. We're all putting out creative media, and
we're all putting out here in LA because that's what you have to do as a creative person to be able to do.
Conforming to society and getting in touch with your true essence. I think sadly what's lost in the world, I think, is people trying to be all the same, and I think we should be happy with ourselves and express the difference, because I think that's what makes the world so much more beautiful to live in. Make it about ego and more embodying femininity and the essence of women and what is beautiful about women, rather than an individual driven thing that it's about the sole person. It's more about celebrating femininity in general.
She's a chameleon. She can transcend all different kinds of looks and eras. And
you're in this free fall, kind of weird, like Jello mode. You guys ever done a Jello shot? Okay, welcome back to the Hollywood Pose Show. On Sunday, April 3rd at 2 p.m., images take flight. Feather art in Mexico and Europe at LACMA, Los Angeles County Museum of Art, Brown Auditorium, 5905 Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles. Marking the release of this much-awaited publication on Mexico's feather art, curator Iona Katsu will moderate a roundtable discussion with authors Diana Fain, Ellen Perlstein, and Gerhard Wolff. Highly valued since ancient times, feather mosaics captured the imagination of Europeans because of their iridescence, the iridescence of the feathers and the great skill with which they were applied. The distinguished authors will discuss this tradition from ancient to contemporary times, as well as the technique and materials employed to create these striking objects. The program will be followed by a book signing. The event is free, but you do have to have a ticket. Tickets are required. You can get those at lacma.org/event/feather-art, if you can get all that. Isn't the technology age great? Monsterpalooza 2016. Everybody's going to that, right? At the Pasadena Convention Center, 300 East Green Street, Pasadena, California. Celebrate the art of monsters and movie magic. Everybody's into monsters, right? I love that. Since its inaugural event in 2009, Monsterpalooza has become internationally known as the place to be for fans and professionals of film, makeup, special effects, collectible toys, art, and monsters. Meet the award-winning masterminds behind some of the greatest creatures ever created from feature films, television, and the haunt industry. That gives me the creeps just thinking about it. With over 200 exhibitors selling one-of-a-kind creations, live makeup demonstrations, and more. Enter the famous Monsterpalooza Museum, featuring full-size creatures, hyper-realistic sculptures, screen-used props, and animatronics from your favorite films, as well as debuts of new creations from the world's best special effects studios in an atmospheric setting. Tickets available at monsterpalooza.com. I know a lot of people that I'm sure are going to that Monsterpalooza kind of event because they like monsters and they make monsters. So that's going to be exciting. Okay, let's get on with the next one. What else you guys got? Oh my gosh.
I want to tell you, the thing about the project, Ellen and Robbie, is that it's a combination of what we do together and what he does. It's this because it's all kind of this kindred. It's also it's all
She
kind
started
of
flying away. That happens.
Ellen, come back.
Come back.
It's kind of like it's a kindred thing. So so like he's gonna do an original song, but like it's this thing. This both bodies of work work together, and his work individually is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a
Just
combination.
it's yeah.
So I'm going to play an original song.
Okay, cool.
That's is a premiere of sorts, actually. I wrote it last week, and I'm so grateful in those moments when they come out in just a flurry.
Yes.
And so has the most...
You caught it before it got away.
Exactly.
Good job.
Yeah, this has the most lyrics I've ever written in a song, and it's probably the most authentic and vulnerable I've allowed myself to be in a song. So anyway.
We're going to look at you.
Yeah. It's called Liquid Metamorphosis.
Wow.
I'm what they call an emotional roller coaster. I see dragons in the clouds and my feet hover inches off the ground. At any moment my vision may be altered by the sparkling of glitter or a darkness suddenly all around. I seem to lose all my sense and my dollars fast as scholars. Careful calculations all predicted I would every time I reach the bottom. I think they finally got 'em now, only to be pulled up feet first by the giant claw in the sky. Who am I? Who am I? A different face inside the mirror every day. Anyway, I am liquid metamorphosis. Television's been impeding my decision making. I cannot decide if I should stay or I should go. I should know just how I feel after eating a tasty meal, but my taste buds are my buddies and they keep telling me more. New interactions distract my natural reactions. I'm an incarnation of the amalgamation of passers-by. I'm like an egg. I can be scrambled or fried, mixed in batter or rotten up or down, depending on my sunny side. Who am I? Who am I? A different face inside the mirror every day. Anyway, I am liquid sexuality. Who am I? Who am I? A different face inside the mirror every day. Anyway, I am liquid metamorphosis.
Someone help me with my mic. Put it back up here. That's part of it. Just anyone can hold it. Anyone, please hold it. Whew. Okay, last verse.
I seek my wisdom from children, relearning natural intuition is my mission in life. I was lost, now I see. Medicating was frustrating and stifling my creating. How could I have known, though, if the other side I had not seen? I've chased my fair share of rainbows and unicorns. I've planted thorns into the paws of the biggest jaws in the jungle, and still I needed every experience that I've had. My launch pad's ready to go, and I'm flowing effortlessly down the hill. Who am I? Who am I? A different face inside the mirror every day. Anyway, I am liquid
That was so awesome.
Thank you.
See, I told you he was a sparkle unicorn. I told you. Gosh, you guys are all amazing. You're just so amazing.
Don't forget yourself, Polina.
Yeah, you're included in this room. You said everyone in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
was
those
true.
guys too. They're not in this room.
Yep.
See? They're good too. Oh my gosh, I can't even breathe right now. You guys are just so great. Okay, I think it would be wise to go on a break. Should we go on a break? Let's go on a break. Okay, we'll be right back.
We're doing spoken word, spoken song, but we talked about photographers, we talked about painters, we talked about dancers, we talked about Shakespeareans, regular actors, poets, writers.
Art on any level, whether it's music, visual art, writing, any kind of creative endeavor, that there's a value to it.
We merged the worlds together, the art world and the music world.
They say everything is with the right brain, the visionary, the imagination. So what we need to do is, as spirit beings who have limitless potential, is to tap into the left brain.
When you improv, you're completely connected to the music. Coming from the opposite direction, I started with the best of the best.
Exactly.
Right? I started with Versace and Armani and Yves Saint Laurent.
It's kind of becoming like the rock star thing to do is instead of being in a band and going on tour, we just go on tour to paint walls.
It is a challenge for us how to be true to ourselves and at the same time be able to pay bills, be able to do it as a vocation.
The industry has changed. We have gaming, we have animation industry.
I started my career as an animator, a Disney character animator.
A figure drawing instructor at Noman School of Special Effects.
Create a sculpture within a sculpture within a sculpture. You can create things that unfold, you can create things that work and walk around and things like that. So people's imagination is just going to be ignited.
Yeah, I was a professional stage actor for 8 years in New York.
What was weird is that when I was spinning around, I literally I started laughing uncontrollably, and I felt like I was going insane.
Creativity and art in all shapes and forms is a way of communication with everybody. It goes through language barriers and racial barriers and everything.
Hey, welcome back. Okay, so you saw the Wet Puzzle Piece promo. Okay, that's what this is all about, promoting the creative culture. So keep tuning in, keep watching us. That's helping because you get to see all these amazing people. Okay, John Gardiner, what else you got from your Rogue Wave book?
It's plural, Rogue Waves.
Oh, Rogue Waves.
It's not just one wave, baby. There's another one right behind it.
Ooh, it's like a waterbed.
So here's one of the Rogue Waves for you, for Polina. Because Polina and I have a lot of psychotropic experience in our past.
Psychotropic.
Johnny Cosmos Sails Again. That's the title. In a vignette of simultaneous dreams stirred by psilocybin, I dreamed the origins of everything. The birth of energy, hydrogen, gravity, and time. Myriad stars boomeranging through the universe, all related to us. I saw our sun, billions of years old, with billions yet to go, become a core of hot carbon, a red star, a burnished diamond in space, our jewel in the galaxy, marking where we used to be. I dreamed we were all sailing on long boat rides back to the Milky Way, mastheads placed on asteroids, tacking through vast canyons of wormholes and arriving on the other side, shining again, all of us morning stars.
Mr. Gardiner, you're amazing.
Yeah, thank you. That is so sweet. Well, you're amazing to have us on the show. And I know
You're always amazing. Everybody knows it, right? We all know.
Well, I
you're
just want to say,
amazing.
I know time's going quickly. I want to hear another song from Robbie and
Okay.
Ellen. I just want to say this, this has been, we're going through it. Such a pleasure to be on with you and Robbie, Ellen. This has really been fun. And with Polina as the host, it's been this wonderful, talk about a symbiosis. There's a wonderful circle going here for sure. I hope it plays out through the radio waves too.
Oh, I'm sure it will, because if we feel it in here, it's out there too.
No, these guys are telling us to get the hell out of here as soon as possible.
No,
No, I'm just
they mean
teasing.
it
I'm
smiling.
just teasing.
Okay,
Okay.
what's next?
Okay.
Are we going to talk about giraffes?
Get in your map.
Yes.
Yay, is it giraffes?
Yes, yes, we are.
I'm so excited. I love giraffes.
Oh
Okay.
my God, do you?
Yes!
Yes!
Gosh!
Who doesn't love anyone who doesn't love giraffes really needs to do some soul searching.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Right. Okay.
So this is what we got to. There is a giraffe, Kiko. That was born on giraffe camp, and we got to meet him. But we wrote this like maybe we said someday This was before we knew we could meet him, and then we got to meet him, so we put it in there. Huh?
Yeah, she actually even says like one day we'll meet in this poem, and because we like put it out there, then we made it happen for ourselves. Yeah. We performed an entire set for a giraffe and his parents.
Yes.
A baby 9-month-old giraffe who was 9 feet tall at the time.
That's awesome.
That is so cool.
And we got to feed him. It was really special.
Very much, yeah.
So this one's called Kiko.
Mm-hmm.
Kiko of Greenville.
Yes. A million saw you fall into the world, sleeping 5 minutes, dreaming the symphonic horizon. Earthcam made you incredibly adorable superstar. Kiko in Greenville, you have a Twitter account. Born in autumn to a giraffe named Autumn. You have a Facebook page, 5'8" at the moment of birth. What makes your heart quiver? Squiggly ear, curious, taller than a kaleidoscope. What sort of things inspire you? Do you ever wish you were a person? People, do you ever wish you were a giraffe?
Kiko of Greenville,
you are so lovely.
Eating the leaves from the trees of the giants, seeing the love in everybody's eyes.
Calm presence in a clackety-clack world. A living origami painted by Van Gogh. Kiko, someday we'll see you and we'll dream of xylophones and music way up high in the sky. And the world goes on and on.
Oh my gosh, it's so great.
And he has a new baby brother who's even. Oh, thank you guys. They love giraffe. And he has a
Give
new
it up
baby.
for giraffes.
Yeah, he has a new baby brother who's even taller than him at birth.
Oh my gosh.
Like 6'1" or something.
Wow, that's taller than me. Okay, we have to wrap it up. So, anybody who has been on the show wants to be on the show, www.whatpuzzlepiece.com. Check it all out. You can find all my social media junk. You can find the show on it. It'll be posted today. Usually today, same day as the show, because I'm a superhero. Okay, we'll see you next week. Keep tuning into the Poe Show because it matters. Help us elevate the creative culture. Look at these amazing people. They're everywhere, and we need to be able to see them.
You're so great, Polina.
Yeah,
Thank you, Polina.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you. It's fun. So fun. Yeah.
You are watching T Radio V, Radio and TV.